Yeah, so I've been in open source for a while. One of the things that people start to think about is if my code's proprietary and no one can see it, it's automatically secure. That's like sticking your head in the sand like an ostrich, right? And so open source has this inherent secure component to it because you have more eyeballs on the code than you would have otherwise.
David DeSanto joins us now. He is the CEO at Anaconda. Really nice to have you. Thanks for taking some time.
No, thank you for having me.
Let's start with an introduction to Anaconda for anyone who might be a bit unfamiliar with your work. And what does early 2026 look like for you in the company?
Yeah, it's a great question. So Anaconda has been around for a little over 12 years. We started as a data science company helping financial services and healthcare analyze data. And as the world has changed, Anaconda has changed with it. And today we're very proud to be an AI native development platform, helping organizations around the world build applications that will truly scale with AI.
I've been hearing the phrase AI native used at least a few times here on the ground at RSAC. What does that actually mean?
Yeah, so the way to think about it is you compare it to traditional software development. When developers write code, that's the primary thing that gets versioned, and things like an AI model are actually secondary, they're an artifact. Whereas with AI native development, it's actually flipped the other way, and the AI model is the core, and the code you write to work with the model is actually secondary. So now, when your application versions, it's actually the model driving that versioning. The best way I can describe it is when you think of products like Claude, that's an AI native application. But if you think about things where they talk about AI being now within it, it's almost like the now with AI. Those are usually AI wrappers, and they're more like a traditional application.
I wonder what your conversations look like with other either industry professionals or partners here on the ground at RSAC this year?
Yeah, actually, we don't have a booth here. It's actually Anaconda's first time being at RSA. I will tell you, I'm a longtime security person, been in the industry for over 2 decades, and we wanted to come to start talking about where we're going with AI, but we primarily met with customers and partners. The best way to kind of describe the conversations, they tie back to some industry stats. 80% of AI applications, their prototypes never make it to production, and it's because they don't know how to move that application securely. And so they end up with an application that gets stuck, and that AI innovation just gets stalled. And so our conversations are about how do we help you bridge that gap and get that prototype that's really good running securely at scale in production.
Let me ask you a bit more about open source. How does open source actually improve security and innovation in overall AI development?
Yeah, so I've been in open source for a while. One of the things that people start to think about is if my code's proprietary and no one can see it, it's automatically secure. That's like sticking your head in the sand like an ostrich, right? And so open source has this inherent secure component to it because you have more eyeballs on the code than you would have otherwise. And for us, open source is what's driven Anaconda to grow. Our DNA is around data experimentation, trusted open source, and helping people work at scale. And open source plays directly into that for everyone. And so we provide the largest library of secure Python packages for AI and data science. But it'd be a little remiss not to mention, there was a vulnerability announced yesterday around LiteLLM. It was like 95 million people were compromised by it. And it speaks to the value of what Anaconda has been doing since it's been founded. We're providing secure packages, we're repairing the vulnerabilities if we find them before we publish them, and that's allowing people to have that trust they need, especially in a regulated industry, to be able to deploy an application and feel confident about it.
When it comes to things like patching those vulnerabilities, are there misconceptions even within the broader cybersecurity industry that you kind of come across pretty regularly in your work?
Oh, absolutely. I give you an example from last year. It was actually right before I joined Anaconda. I've only been at Anaconda about 6 months as their CEO. Prior was the chief product officer for GitLab. And so in both cases last year, there was a vulnerability around a specific package that's used for video editing. And if you were to pull that package directly from a traditional package manager, you had that vulnerability. When we rebuilt that package from its source, we were able to fix the vulnerability in it. So that way, if you downloaded it via Anaconda, it wasn't there. And realistically, when people think of open source, they think about the little library that someone wrote. It's actually about all the other things that get packaged with it. And so in this case, the binary that got packaged, which had some runtime in it, that's what was vulnerable in the announcement yesterday.
If you don't mind me asking, talk to me a bit about your experience at GitLab and how that informs your current role.
Yeah, so one thing that GitLab's been great about is open source and community. And when I was looking for my next opportunity, Anaconda falls in that as well. We have over 50 million users worldwide. We have 2 million who actually contribute code to the Anaconda product. And the community is very active and very out there as like a whole nother champion for us. And so watching, the time at GitLab building out security and compliance and then helping with AI and then coming, we're now looking at AI at Anaconda. One theme that we've been focused on and we'll be announcing later this year is a AI model security scanner. Traditional security is dying. You can actually see that on the floor. People are talking about AI native a lot on the floor. And we want to continue to focus on how to help people build secure applications.
Congrats on the gig. Thanks a lot for taking the time to sit down with us. Nice to see you here.
Likewise. No, thank you for the time.